Ime, what did you like about the way that double big lineup that you started tonight just attacked from the jump?
Yeah, it brings physicality, obviously. I think that was one of our most physical games from the start. Loved the aggressiveness, attention to detail on the game plan, and yeah, they do a good job, obviously, with the counting the glass, getting the second opportunities, and more of what they've been doing, what we've been seeing all year from them. So any chance we get to deploy it, I think with Dylan being out, we could go a lot of different ways. They go big, and it's favorable for us, we feel.
Considering level of competition and the different looks they threw at him, do you think this is one of Alpe's best offensive games of the season?
Yeah, very efficient. Obviously, he was in attack mode the whole time. Him and Jalen, great combination tonight, 34 and 31. And we're hard to beat when those two are going like that and we're guarding like we're capable. But started Holmgren on him. He got his way there a little bit. And then they switched off on him and went with Hardenstein, and he can kind of move him on the perimeter and then made the right plays every time, when the doubles came. And so he's seen it all pretty much at this time of the year, and we saw some things that they were probably going to do and take on film, and he's done a really good job against OKC, moving the ball, making the right read or scoring, and obviously that was the case tonight.
There are still a few games left in the season, but do games like this kind of give you, just to tell you the kind of quality that this team has ahead of the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, we've been harping on that since probably 20 games, and definitely the last 10 was to sharpen up toward the end of the season in a lot of ways. You want to play your best going into the playoffs and stay healthy, and those two things have been the case right now. A lot of guys coming in contributing, with Dylan going out. Jay Sean did a hell of a job. Jabari, 17 rebounds, and everybody else doing their part as well. But yeah, it's a luxury of having the depth we have, but also understanding what's to come. And against 5 quality opponents coming up, 4 more now, we want to play really good basketball and tighten up and kind of start getting a little playoff feel. And I think we did that with a little more scheme defensively to take them out of certain sets, and that'll be the case going forward.
Shea didn't get to the line all that much. Just what did you like about the way you guys guarded against him?
Yeah, we took the hits, showed our hands, did a much better job than we talked about against Doncic the other night, reaching in a few times. And it's tough, he gets the push off and the bumps and all that, and you just have to stay solid and contest. And I think the main thing was, being in his rear view, showing him the crowd when he comes off those pick and rolls, and guys did a great job there. So it's a big part of it, limiting his threes and limiting his free throws, and you can kind of hold him in check from there.
Do you think Jalen looks forward to playing against guys like SGA and knowing that he, wants to get to that level and get to an all-star game, many all-star games in the future? Do you think he kind of raises his level when he is going against that type of competition?
Yeah, for the most part, I think he's really had good games against him since I've been here in the 2 years. Takes a challenge. He's guarding Jalen Williams a lot of the time, but I think our team in general, being young, they do get up for certain opponents, and we like them to be consistent regardless who the opponent is. But that's a little bit of human nature. But you have that appropriate fear of your opponent. You raise your level, scared of being embarrassed or whatever the case is, and you want to be in attack mode on offense as well. And so I think all of our guys do that, and it's a good thing. Obviously, you raise your level against really good teams, and you've seen the results this year so far.
You like the way your guys moved the ball tonight, the movement and the spacing?
Yeah, they're a team that loads up heavy, create the most turnovers in the league, get out in transition, and that's a big part of what they do defensively. Very aggressive, very handsy, and you have to be stronger, kind of make the simple pass. We talked about hitting singles, just getting off the ball, and when the crowd is there, do your job, draw 2 or 3, and then you get the results. They give up a lot of threes as well, so I think whether it was off penetration, pick and roll, or the post-ups, we made the right reads pretty quickly. Had a few turnovers later in the second half, more than the first half, but against them, that's how you have to be. You have to get off the ball quickly, make the simple read, and let your teammates get the results.
Is there anything different from a schematic standpoint that you look for? Obviously these games are kind of close to the playoffs, but is there anything that you're kind of trying to see you can gauge from a schematic standpoint ahead of these playoffs coming up?
Yeah, I think you can. You do want to, depending on the importance of the game, you may keep it vanilla, but if it's a must-win and you have to do things like tonight to take them out of some things they had success against us recently, you can start to use those things. And so I think the shoot around, yes, having these 2 days off gave us a chance to walk over a lot of things, a day out, but 2 practices to go over their game plan and what we want to do, and we threw a little bit more at them, and that's what it's going to look like in the playoffs. You get very specific about plays, personnel, and we did that tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.